All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Coming at you with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to start at the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. What are some of these signs? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, is not this happening all across the world? And uproars of the people, is not this happening, in a lot of different places around the world, right? And uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So, a lot of things that we're seeing that's happening all around the world is biblical prophecy, right? As we see the river Euphrates drying up, and also other rivers, as we're seeing different plagues happening all across the world, as we're seeing nation rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom, wars, rumors of wars, famines, the iniquity of the people as this is continually increasing, the madness, the out of order, the perverseness, the whole MOTB system being pushed to the forefront, as nations are gathering together, ultimately for what? War, nations, the other nations bucking up against America, Babylon the Great, the nations, like Iran, which is also known as Persia in the scriptures, joining with Russia, Gog and Magog, in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. We're seeing all these different things take place. Why? Because the end is near. The end is near, people. And a lot of you people don't know it. All right? And as we, the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets, it is our duty, it is our job to tell you of these things before they actually take place. We tell you about Jacob's trouble. We tell you about the pestilences. We tell you about the famines. We tell you about all these different things that's coming into play. We're telling you about the whole MOTB system, the structure that's being put on the forefront. We're talking to you about, the grinding ceasing, So I got a few articles I want to touch on real quick through the spirit, and hope this lesson ties together. But see, as men of the Lord, we are to tell you these things as we are seeing these things take place all across the world. So I want to get, let's get this real fast. Let's get this is an example of the grinding ceasing, okay? So it says Walmart is closing a batch of stores in 2023. Here's the full list. Walmart will close 5 stores in 4 states: Illinois, Wisconsin, New Mexico, and Florida. The company is also winding down its 2 remaining pickup locations in Illinois and Arkansas. Each year, the company typically closes a handful of stores it considers to be underperforming. Right, because now when you see these different stores, as the economy is going down, as inflation is rising, a lot of people are not able to go and just willfully spend as they used to. Is people still doing it? Yes, but, as they used to, before, a lot of people don't have that money to do so. A lot of people are put in a position to either, buy groceries, buy, different things, whether it's toys, TVs, furniture. A lot of people are getting put in predicaments where it's either groceries, right? Car note, bills to the home, things that they could be entertained, or whatever. Their options are limited so to speak. So it says Walmart will close 5 retail locations across the U.S. this year, citing poor financial performance at each. And we're seeing this continue. We're seeing this happening in multiple billion-dollar corporations all across, the United States. Now, if you start to pay attention and look what Amazon is doing, as they're having a store, where there's really no labor force, because a lot of these companies, their major their major things that they have to pay for is, damage of products, stolen products, but mainly it's the labor force, meaning it's their workers. And a lot of companies are canceling out their workers, and using a more of a digital system, okay, to take place of the workers. That's why when you go to certain stores, you see cashless checkouts. You know what I mean? Or systems that can that are designed to take place of an employee. You know how certain stores across the states, there's order menus where somebody might get on the microphone and ask you what you want for order. Certain places now have a touchscreen system where you touch the screen and then the order pops up to however few employees that they got. But that cancels out what? 3 workers or 2 workers at that location, depending on how much business that they get, all in each individual franchise or private business that they have, and it's all about saving money to them. And eventually what you're going to continue to see is more stores have less of a labor force. Okay. So as we see, the grinding is ceasing. Okay, now let's get a scripture real quick to back that up. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. All right. The Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up by the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, and this is what you're starting to see, of the grinding ceasing, the labor force starting to what? Starting to discontinue. All right. So this is what it's talking about, the grinder ceasing, or the sound of grinding is low. This goes into the workforce. Okay, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, the joy, the mirth that people are used to. See, right now, people are still able to enjoy themselves. Okay, but see, a lot of this is getting ready to be out the door. You know what I mean? A lot of people are about to be put into a financial bind where, they're going to be put into a position, to either have, right now, a lot of people maybe have 4 options, at its best, but a lot of people won't be put down to 2. Okay, I'm telling you, it's going to get real tight. The squeeze is going to get real tight. Okay, now I want to go into, see if it pops up. Okay, so this is and ultimately this is where we're headed to. This, but we know this is later going to go to the real game changer, the prophecy, the charagma. Okay. What's in the book of Revelation chapter 13. Okay, because this is what they really want to do. Okay, but they're setting up the system, and they're going to start with this first. Central bank currencies are coming whether we want them or not. Should you be worried about the CBDCs? In countries around the world, central bank digital currencies are poised to change the way average citizens use money. In the coming decade, billions of people are likely to use CBDCs, a new type of currency run on a centralized ledger to do everything from pay taxes, to buy groceries, to receive welfare checks. Once seen as technology of the future, CBDCs, along with other digital payment innovations, garnered new attention during the pandemic as governments explore how they might better exchange money with banks and consumers. But unlike Bitcoin and other private cryptocurrencies that promote ideals of decentralization, CBDCs are intended to leave the state very much in control, and this is what they ultimately want. They want control. They want to know where you're spending your money. They want to control how you spend your money. Already, the U.S. is moving forward with the test of CBDCs. The UK is hiring a head of central bank digital currency and testing out a digital pound. And China has launched its version of the CBDCs in the real world. We are closer than ever to a world of centralized digital currencies reshaping the financial sector. This raises the question of whether we are entering a new era of financial efficiency or, as critics fear, one of a dystopian surveillance. What is a CBDC and who is creating them? A CBDC is a new form of digital currency created, issued, and controlled by who? A central bank, such as the Federal Reserve. Digital payments we use today, Venmo, Cash App, etc., are typically a liability of the institution providing the account. Chill out. Often utilizing commercial banks, whereas CBDCs are directly a liability of the central bank, not too dissimilar from physical cash. However, unlike cash, CBDCs equip the central bank with more direct tools to monitor and control the economy. So they're going to control whether what you do with your money, of how you spend your money. Okay, it's all going to be controlled. You think about going to go buy 4 or 2 70-inch TVs for the household, they can stop it. You only allowed one. You need no more than one. You maybe need to use your money for something else, and they may give you options. Option A, or option 1, or option 2, or option 3. Okay, they're gonna dictate everything. Okay, watch. A lot of you people about to be put in a position that you don't want to be in. Okay, you have no clue of what's going on. You think you about to be carrying around cash like a lot of people run around. You know, big time with Jake running around. Flashing all this money. That's about to be out the door. Jake don't even know it. All this cash that they got, you gonna have to turn that in. You gonna have to turn it in and get with the program. And you niggas running around with illegal money, oh, you out of there. Because you think you're going to try to turn your money into some digital cash. They're going to say, how did you get this much money? Where did you get it from? Can you back it up? Even if you try to give it to your side chick or your partner. If you ain't got nobody to back it up of where that money came from, that money more likely is going to be token. All right? You people about to be through. So it says it's helpful to realize that in the discussion of the CBDCs, there are 2 proposed uses, retail and wholesale. The latter is simply an improvement of the current system that enables banks to send money to each other, which shouldn't affect the average citizen much. On the other hand, CBDCs, in case of retail, entail ordinary consumers interacting directly with a central bank ledger to conduct everyday transactions. This offers the potential for cheaper and faster payments, including things like government stimulus or social programs, but also poses new risks. The most obvious of these risks relates to privacy. At a time when public confidence in government and institutions is at the ebb worldwide, there are legitimate fears that authorities may use CBDCs for new forms of surveillance and control, which they will. Central banks could freeze the accounts of actors opposing, look at this, the country's agenda, such as when Canada froze the accounts of protesting truckers, or even prevent you from purchasing junk food if they deem your diet too unhealthy. You see, and he wants complete control. And first, it's going to start off by this, and then we know what he's going to push forth. Okay, we know what's going to be made mandatory. The Karagma, the MOTB, what we continue to talk about. Okay, but this right here, the CBDC, is the next step. Okay, all these other different platforms, they're all going to end up casted off. Okay, wiped out. Okay, we see this structure being pushed forth. I want to read this again. It says central banks could freeze the accounts. My man, come on, man. Finish your food. It says the central banks could freeze the accounts of actors opposing the country's agenda, such as when Canada froze the accounts of protesting truckers, or even prevent you from purchasing junk food if they deem your diet too unhealthy and they want that full control. Even when you look at it this way, right? Say when people commit a crime, right? Say if like a celebrity, they commit some type of serious crime. Do you know that they freeze these people's accounts so they won't be able to pay for a lawyer and do different things, so they won't have commissary? We've seen this happen with many people, right? But it's their money. Right? Say if they didn't even do anything illegal, right? Like let's say, for instance, dealing with the R. Kelly, right? Knowing he got his money from his career, They end up taking some of his money, freezing some of his accounts, and it's like, wait a minute, his money was accounted for. He wasn't in no type of illegal operations with, Pharmacia. Why y'all freeze his money? But that's showing you that they have that control, and this is what this is all coming down to. All right, and that's wicked, and this is the type of things that he does. He has a lot of wicked decrees that he have set up out here. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right previous, and that slacky, and that right grievous, which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." Yeah, that's what he does. He has a lot of things set in place, okay, that he has already prescribed, all right, or have already prescribed, okay, written in ink, to have the control over the people, to be able to rob the people, to be able to take advantage of people by a lot of different methods. That's why the scriptures say destruction unto him, because destruction is coming to the wicked. All right, but before the destruction come to the wicked got to fulfill what he has to do. Okay, as the scripture says, the book of Revelation, chapter 12, because people got to realize he still has prophecies still have things that he has to do. Like this is one right here, Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Okay? We know he's going to come down against us. We know he's going to come with great wrath. We know he's going to bring that pressure. We know he's going to persecute us. The scriptures talk about him persecuting us, men being beheaded, for the witness and testimony of Yahweh Shai. For not bowing down not bowing down the knee to the image of Baal, not worshiping the beast in his image, or not taking the charagma. Yeah, he gonna come with it full force against the true believers. All right, before this wicked be taken out of the way, there's a lot of destruction that he's gonna come down with. He's gonna put hell on a lot of people, man. But it's our job as men of the Lord, as servants of prophets, to warn you of these different things that's to come, of these different things that's going to take place. And a lot of these things are right before your eyes. Okay, you can't look out and see the world of what's really going on in the world, the things that's happening, the energy of the people that you're around. 9 times out of 10, these people that we're around are demons. You know what I mean? What do I mean? And what do I mean by that? Meaning these people have a demonic energy on them. Yes. So-called friends, family members, co-workers. Yeah, all these people, man. These people have a demonic energy on them. They have a demonic mind. These people got the mind of the Antichrist. They might believe 2, 3, 4 verses of the Bible. Right? That's probably it. And then the verses that they believe, they don't even understand them the right way. So the hell with these people. The hell with these people. They don't know what's going on, but it's our duty as men of the Lord and servants of the prophets to still go out to the highways and byways to warn our people. Throw up these epistles, for the sheep. All right? So, see if I got anything else. So I went into that a little bit. Yeah, this was on my news break. You could type this in the business section. All right. We went into that. Okay, the grinding is ceasing. I think the elder from LA went into the current events prophecy. Yeah, oh my goodness. Man, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, man. It's unbelievable, you know what I'm saying? What's this? Oh yeah, this is something that just took place too, right? So you got this happening. The names of this individual, I ain't even gonna say it, associated to be released. That's why they got a lot of madness and distraction going on too. because things like this is happening. Things like this right here, these derailments, 3 derailments within like 2 to 3 weeks in different states. Okay, farms and different factories that have food in them, or distributions or plants being destroyed. I mean, you got all types of crazy that's going on. A lot of things being covered up behind talking this, shooting down UFO man, and stop it. And this is horrible. I don't even know. I'm mad that's even popped up on the screen. But this shows the state of the people. The majority of the people on the earth, man. Out of shape, out of order, out of their wits. So and this is blacklisted news. You can go down there if you want. See, this is what I was talking about. The U.S. F-22 shoots down another unidentified object over Canada. Come on, stop it. Esau, look, you not shooting down no chariots. You could just stop that badness. But this is the things they want people to be focused on. Okay? Foolishness. As the scriptures say, folly is set in great dignity. And one of the other things that Jake do, you know what I'm saying? You got this whole thing going on with Jake wearing these big red shoes. They look like Mickey Mouse shoes. You know what I mean? But they big and red, and a lot of Jake wearing it, and it's a trend. And Jake just so foolish, man. Let me get that scripture before I end off. Jake just so foolish, man. For real, Jake get on your nerves sometimes. Okay. That's the trend, foolishness. That's what Jake want to do, follow foolishness. But they don't want to follow the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why you people gonna get destroyed out here. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 verse 22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Right? So our people are wise to do evil, but to do good, they don't got no knowledge, man. And they don't want to do no good. They choose to do no good. That's why a lot of you people won't get their sword, man. Okay, when E come down with it, and you ain't gonna get no mercy. Okay? That's why the angels ain't going to I ain't gonna spare, and they ain't gonna have no pity. Right? For the ones who don't have the mark, which is at the wall, which is that exempt from judgment. So that was it for the lesson. Lord willing, I hope it was edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.